This is why I do music.
They want, they deserve what they want. Hope they get what they want.
Happy Taylor Swift weekend. The Life of a Showgirl is here, and as Swifties dissect the album, we're gonna do it with you with our very own album deep dive. We're gonna head over to the movie screenings to hang out with fans, talk to some of our Billboard experts, and of course, look at some of our favorite Tay throwback moments. Let's dive in.
You took me out of my grave and saved my heart from the fate of Ophelia.
Taylor Swift chose The Fate of Ophelia as the first single, kicking off The Life of a Showgirl. And then Elizabeth Taylor had me singing.
Cried my eyes wide, Elizabeth Taylor, tell me for real.
Boy, does she have everybody gagged at the lyrics for Wood.
Redwood tree, it ain't hard to see. His love was the key that opened my thighs.
Opalite might be my favorite though.
Had to make your own sunshine. And now the sky is Opalite.
And 10 out of 10 for my favorite track on the album.
Oh, that means the world to me because that might be my favorite too.
Bust up, settle down, got a wish list. I just want you.
Never getting over this song.
Have a couple kids, got the whole block looking like. Gotta make it you.
And of course, nobody could wait for the title track and Sabrina Carpenter collab.
That's not what showgirls get. They leave us for dead.
And it was worth the wait.
I know the life of a showgirl, babe, and I'll never know another.
She took Swifties on a journey and ruined the friendship.
But I whispered at the grave, should've kissed you anyway.
And yes, there's actually romantic that everyone is assuming is a specific response to a certain pop star.
I heard you call me boring Barbie when the coke's got you brave.
We were all seated.
Wrote me a song saying it makes you sick to see my face.
Do you have a favorite track yet? Fans were so ready to talk about The Life of a Showgirl this weekend. Let's take you there.
I love the album. Welcome to my podcast, everybody. This is me in my Swiftie era. Love it. So yeah.
Man, we loved it. Like, we went wild for it.
It's a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Amazing.
The entire album is like top to bottom, unbelievable.
It's like all of Taylor's like experience from when she started all came together to this, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I kind of thought it was like 1989 met Reputation and made like a poppy, great album.
Agreed.
And it was just such a great, like, fun pop album, and I love to see her like happy again.
It's great. It's amazing. No, like, it's not skippable. Like nothing. It's no skips. It's great.
Top song definitely is Ruin the Friendship. Really love that.
And it was not convenient.
I think father figure.
I protect the family, leave it with me.
My favorite song is The Fate of Ophelia.
You are quite the pyro. You light the match to watch it blow.
Yeah, Elizabeth Taylor.
Number one, but I never had to. 'Cause I can't have fun if I can't have.
Yeah, that was a good one too. Yeah.
Probably ruin the friendship just because it's like so just like relatable. Like all the lyrics are just they're so great.
But your girlfriend was away. Should've kissed you anyway.
I am going to see the movie. I'm so excited to see it tonight. I can't wait to see what she has in store for us.
I bought tickets to another showing, and I just really needed to see how she built her album and was a mastermind in her little studio. And so I just needed to know the process.
Oh my God, yeah, 100%. Definitely.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing it twice.
She's just she's so kind-hearted and she's just so nice to everyone. And she's gorgeous. She's iconic.
I love that Taylor Swift is not afraid to like tell us what she thinks and who she is, and it's been great to see her evolution as an artist.
Oh my God, I raised her to be a Swiftie. I have been listening to Taylor Swift from the moment she came out. So in my womb, she was listening to Taylor Swift. So she could be nothing else.
She's amazing, and she's a sweet baby girl.
I mean, we've been Taylor fans like forever. Like every album is like, each one tops the next one.
She's gonna drop some Easter eggs in the movie, so yeah, it's we're excited to see it.
Yep, definitely.
Our staff has been super excited about the project as well. Let's check in with the charts team from our Hot 100 show.
The Life of a Showgirl, the album we have all been waiting for. I'm actually really excited. I feel like This is the first time that I've been even remotely close to a Swiftie adjacent world. So I'm actually excited to see the hysteria. I know it's gonna be crazy. I'm excited to see all of the Taylor Swift professors and the people who are reading into the Easter eggs. I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be a wild ride. I know that when I wake up on Monday morning and look at our charts, it's going to reflect that the Life of a Showgirl did in fact drop. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I mean, the last 2 times that Taylor put out a new album, the entire top 10 of the Hot 100 was Taylor Swift. So I think it is absolutely guaranteed that the next couple of weeks is going to be a bit of a roller coaster for everyone else on the Hot 100, and it's going to look really good for Taylor. I think my biggest question is, like, is the song with Sabrina Carpenter going to be just like a song at the end of the album, or is that going to be like the big hit on the album, like them coming together?
Well, it seems like Fate of Ophelia obviously is going to be the single, so that'll probably have the radio push, that'll have the music video that's going to be in AMC theaters. I mean, there is TS12, I mean, we're going all out for this. Like, it's for everything from the podcast. Max Martin and Shellback are back with Taylor. Remember the last time they were together, we got 1989, we got Reputation, we got I Knew You Were Trouble. So a lot of people have been waiting for that big, anthemic, Taylor's world-conquering pop sound to be back. 12 songs on the album. Could she have the entire top 12? And of course, on the sales side, look, the Swifties are already talking on Twitter, on social media, that Adele 25 record is in their sights. We've got a lot of pre-orders, a lot of different versions, everything like that. Can Taylor take one of the big ones that has eluded her? We will have to find out.
It's been a big year for Taylor because not only does she own the Life of a Showgirl, but all her music. We covered the story. They are now all Taylor's version. Taylor Swift has bought all her original music back. What does that mean for the release of her Reputation and self-titled albums? We have the story.
Are you ready for it?
Taylor announced this morning to her website, all of the music I've ever made now belongs to me. To my fans, you know how important this has been to me. So much so that I meticulously re-recorded and released 4 albums, calling them Taylor's versions. The passionate support you showed these albums and the success story you turned the Eras Tour into is why I was able to buy back my music. But there were 2 more of Taylor's versions left. What's going to happen with those? She continued. I know, what about Rep TV? Full transparency, I haven't even re-recorded a quarter of it. To be perfectly honest, it's the one album in those first 6 that I thought wouldn't be improved upon by re-recording it. There will be a time, if you're into the idea, for the unreleased vault tracks from that album to hatch. I've already completely re-recorded my entire debut album, and I really love how it sounds now. Those 2 albums can still have their moments to re-emerge when the time is right. Well, Tay, we are ready for this next chapter.
You think to my girl, I hope you think of me.
Taylor is such a Billboard winner, and not just on the charts. In the last 2 years, she's taken home 20 Billboard Music Awards. Let's take a look at her gracious speech.
Well, this is unreal. This is the fact that you guys have given me 10 Billboard Awards. I'm talking to the fans specifically. None of this happens without you. Billboards base everything off of what you are listening to and what you're passionate about. And I'm so honored that this year you made the tour, the Eras Tour, so magical. You went and saw the movie. You cared about my re-recordings. I love you so much. I feel like the luckiest person in the world to have you in my corner and caring about the music that I make. So thank you 10 million times for this.
Thank you for this. You guys embraced change. Thank you. I'm just having the best time doing this. I'm really happy about this. This is such a good night. What even?
Well, this is unreal. Trailblazer, icon, phenomenon. In the past 5 years, Taylor hasn't just broken records, she's redefined them.
To the fans, you're incredible. I'll see you out on the road.
In 2022, Swift became the first artist to occupy the entire top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100 at once following the release of Midnights. With her 2023 album 1989 Taylor's Version, she broke Elvis Presley's record for the most weeks at #1 among all solo artists in the history of the Billboard 200. Then in 2024, with the release of the Tortured Poets Department, she broke her own record to claim the top 14 spots on the Billboard Hot 100. Her album topped the Billboard 200 albums chart for 15 weeks, the longest of any of her 14 #1 albums. Taylor Swift is the only living artist to have 5 albums in the Billboard Top 10 at the same time.
The fans that I talk to online and the ones I see at the shows.
To date, Taylor is tied with Drake for the most BBMA wins ever, with 39 each. Until tonight. Taylor Swift is making history again, winning 10 Billboard Music Awards, including Top Artist, Top Hot 100 Artist, and Top Billboard 200 Album. Taylor Swift has now officially won a total of 49 Billboard Music Awards, making her the most celebrated artist in BBMA history.
Hello. I just wanted to say hi and thank you. Thank you to the Billboard Awards. Thank you to the fans, because Billboard is counting your stuff. They're counting what you listen to, the albums that you're passionate about. And so I count these as like fan voted awards, because you guys are the ones who care about our albums and come see us in concert. And everything that's happened with the Eras Tour and the Torture Poets Department, I just have to say thank you. It means the world to me that you guys have embraced the things I've made, you know, and the fact that you've cared so much about my music. And this is like the nicest early birthday present you could have given me. So thank you very much. I love it. It's exactly what I wanted.
And who could ever forget when Taylor was our Woman of the Decade? I got to tell her happy birthday that night, which was iconic, but it also was when she delivered one of her most powerful speeches ever.
I want to say thank you so much to Billboard for giving me this honor, for naming me as their Woman of the Decade. So what does it mean to be the woman of this decade? Well, it means I've seen a lot. When this decade began, I was 20 years old, and I had put out my self-titled debut album when I was 16, and then the album that would become my breakthrough album, which was called Fearless. And I saw that there was a world of music and experience beyond country music that I was really curious about. I saw pop stations send my songs Love Story and You Belong With Me to #1 for the first time. And I saw that as a female in this industry, some people will always have slight reservations about you. Whether you deserve to be there, whether your male producer or co-writer is the reason for your success, or whether it was a savvy record label. It wasn't. I saw that people love to explain away a woman's success in the music industry. And I saw something in me change due to this realization. This was the decade when I became a mirror for my detractors. Whatever they decided I couldn't do is exactly what I did. Oh, I'll take it. Thanks. Whatever they criticized about me became material for musical satires or inspirational anthems. And the best lyrical examples I can think of are songs like Mean, Shake It Off, and Blank Space. Basically, if people had something to say about me, I usually said something back in my own way. And this reflex dictated more than just my lyrics. When Fearless did win Album of the Year at the Grammys, and I did become the youngest solo artist to ever win the award, with that win came criticism and backlash in 2010 that I'd never experienced before as a young new artist. All of a sudden, people had doubts about my singing voice. Was it strong enough? Was I a little bit pitchy? All of a sudden, they weren't sure if I was the one writing the songs, because sometimes in the past I had co-writers in the room. At that time, I couldn't understand why this wave of harsh criticism had hit me so hard. I believe a popular headline back then was "A Swift Backlash," which is clever, you gotta give it to him. And now I realize that this is just what happens to a woman in music if she achieves success or power beyond people's comfort level. I now have come to expect that with good news comes some sort of pushback, but I didn't know that then. So then I decided that I would be the only songwriter on my third album, Speak Now, and that I would tour constantly, work on my vocals every day, and perfect my stamina in a live show. I decided I would be what they said I couldn't be. I didn't know then that soon enough people would decide on something else I wasn't quite doing right, and then the circle would keep going on and rolling along, and I would keep accommodating, overcorrecting in an effort to appease my critics. They're saying I'm dating too much in my 20s? Okay, I'll stop. I'll just be single for years. Now they're saying my album Red is filled with too many breakup songs. Okay, I'll make one about moving to New York and deciding that really my life is more fun with just my friends. Oh, they're saying my music is changing too much for me to stay in country music. All right. Okay, here's an entire genre shift and a pop album called 1989. Ah, you heard it? Sick. Now it's that I'm showing you too many pictures of me with my friends. Okay, I can stop doing that too. Now I'm actually a calculated manipulator rather than a smart businesswoman. Okay, I'll disappear from public view for years. Now I'm being cast as a villain to you. Okay, here's an album called Reputation, and there are lots of snakes everywhere. In the last 10 years, I have watched as women in this industry are criticized and measured up to each other and picked at for their bodies, their romantic lives, their fashion. Or have you ever heard someone say about a male artist, I really like his songs, but I don't know what it is. There's just something about him I don't like. No, that criticism is reserved for us. But you know, I've learned that the difference between those who can continue to create in that climate usually comes down to this: who lets that scrutiny break them and who just keeps making art. I've watched as one of my favorite artists of this decade, Lana Del Rey, was ruthlessly criticized. Yes. Yeah. Thank you. We have similar tastes. I like it. She was ruthlessly criticized in her early career, and then slowly but surely she turned into, in my opinion, the most influential artist in pop. Her vocal stylings, her lyrics, her aesthetics, they've been echoed and repurposed in every corner of music. And this year, her incredible album is nominated for Album of the Year at the Grammys because she just kept making art. And that example should inspire all of us, that the only way forward is forward motion, that we shouldn't let obstacles like criticism slow down the creative forces that drive us. And I see that fire in the newer faces in our music industry whose work I absolutely love. I see it in Lizzo, Rosalia, Taylor Parks, Hayley Kiyoko, King Princess, Camila Cabello, Halsey, Megan Thee Stallion, Princess Nokia, Nina Nesbitt, Sigrid, Normani, Her, Maggie Rogers, Becky G, Dua Lipa, Ella Mai, Billie Eilish, and so many other amazing women who are making music right now. Female artists in music have dominated this decade in growth, streaming, record and ticket sales, and critical acclaim. So why are we doing so well? Because we have to grow fast. We have to work this hard. We have to prove that we deserve this, and we have to top our last achievements. Women in music, on stage or behind the scenes, are not allowed to coast. But to conclude, I will say that in 10 years, I've seen forward steps in our industry, in our awareness, our inclusion, our ability to start calling out unfairness and misconduct. I've seen the advent of social media, the way it can boost the breakthrough of emerging artists, and I've seen fans become more engaged and supportive than ever before. I've leaned on that support, and it has kept me in a place where, no matter what, I always wanted to keep making music for them. I was up on a stage in New York City in 2014, accepting Billboard Woman of the Year, and I was talking about the future of streaming, how we needed to make sure that the female artists, writers, and producers of the next generation were protected and compensated fairly. This was before my record deal with Universal last year that would contractually guarantee that the artists on their roster be paid upon any sale of their Spotify shares, unrecoupable. So thank you for that. This speech I'm referring to was on my 25th birthday, and I'm about to turn 30 tonight. Woo! But my exact quote during this speech was, I really just feel like we need to continue to try to offer something to a younger generation of musicians, because somewhere right now, your future Woman of the Year is probably sitting in a piano lesson or in a girls' choir. And today, right now, we need to take care of her. I've since learned that at that exact moment, an 11-year-old girl in California really was taking piano lessons and really was in a girls' choir. And this year, she has been named Woman of the Year at the age of 17. Her name is Billie. And those are the stories we need to think about every day as we do our jobs within this industry. The ones where people's dreams come true and they get to create music and play it for people. The ones where fans feel a connection to music that makes their day easier, makes their night more fun, makes their love feel more sacred, or their heartache feel less isolating. The ones where all of you in this room stand as an example for someone else in the next generation who loves the same thing that we love. Music. And no matter what else enters the conversation, we will always bring it back to music. And as for me, lately I've been focusing less on doing what they say I can't do and more on doing whatever the hell I want. Thank you for a magnificent, happy, free, confused, sometimes lonely, but mostly golden decade. I'm honored to be here tonight. I feel very lucky to be with you. Thank you so much.
Long live Taylor Swift. This was so much fun, but before we leave, we want to take a look at what could be some contenders on next week's Hot 100 chart.
Will Tate McRae go tit for tat to the top? Are we going to see Kehlani push Folded up the charts? When will we see Olivia Dean's Man I Need break into the top 20? We're giving you the rundown of some of the contenders on this week's Hot 100. We keep seeing Olivia Dean climb. Can she get Man I Need up there?
Come be the man I need. Tell me you got something to give. I want it.
I think coming up big is Man I Need by Olivia Dean. That song's been rising for the last month and a half since it came out. It's been huge around the world, but her album came out on Friday, so I think there's gonna be an extra bump for that song and maybe some of the others on the album. We could see that getting maybe close to the top 10 soon.
Tate is hot with her new single Tit for Tat. Where will we see her on the chart next?
Let's go side for side, let's go back to back. Let's go tit for tat, boy, you asked for that.
I think we're gonna see Tate McRae's Tit for Tat kind of slide up these charts here. Spotify has been a huge player. She's been making some moves out there. Also, everybody loves a little drama. So people are gonna wanna press play just to see what's going on with her and Kid Leroy. The streets love her. The streets love Tate. So I think we're gonna see some movement there.
Kehlani has made her mark with Folded. Could we see this track make its way up there?
It's so silly of me to act like I don't need you back.
Yeah, we got to give a shout out to somebody who's been quietly creeping up the charts, and Miss Kehlani is back in a big way. Obviously, the Safe record with Cardi B was a big splashy debut, but it's the Folded record that's really been making its way up the charts in the past couple of weeks, slowly creeping into the top 40, keeping going higher. Radio's really kicking in. Some of the remixes for Unfolded. There's a Brandy teased remix that could be on the way, so she's got the big splashy feature with Cardi B, but her own song Folded, that might be the sleeper hit that really takes her to the top.
Are we going to see any contenders finally take Golden spot at number 1?
I'm done hiding, now I'm shining like I'm far.
Let us know which contenders you'll be listening to on repeat, and check in with us next week when we reveal the Billboard Hot 100 Top 10.
Can't wait to hang out Tuesday and run it all down. I'll see you on the Hot 100 show. I'm Tetris for Billboard News.